guys, and welcome to my review of One Piece episode 757. And first let me just apologize for we're here because I woke up like this and I'm not gonna bother change it, so live with that. This episode was honestly not as good as the last episode because I remember last episode I was really entertained and I actually watched the episode twice. I mean, partly because I had to do a review, but I did watch the episode twice and I enjoyed it twice. This episode, I mean, it had interesting bits in it, and I'm gonna get into what was interesting, but I also felt like the episode moved quite slowly, and there was actually a point where I kind of wanted to just reach for my phone and do something while watching the episode because I didn't really care, and that's not good. That's not good. One Piece is good, usually. I love So, one of my favorite arcs, probably. But this episode just had its ups and downs. And I think part of the reason why this episode was kind of a little lackluster for me was because in the manga this just moves really fast. You get so much information in every chapter and you just, everything goes so quickly by and you just whoa, you have to stop and look at every panel and just read everything carefully. While here we kind of have the story is being told really slowly and scenes dragged out, which is okay. For some things it's okay, and I did like that they put in those extra little things with Luffy being all weird with him eating or drinking the grapes and moving the bridge, because I don't think he did that in the manga. I think that was a good thing because they were fun moments. I actually had fun watching those, and when they drag things like that out and just put small extra things in it, it's not annoying yet, and it also helps the episode move faster because then you don't have to use all those 20 minutes on telling the story of half a chapter. Apart from that, the part with the minks actually fighting Jack and his underlings, I really love that because from the moment where the little mink child kind of got knocked down and they wanted to take the child out and he just attacked them with his lightning, I thought from that point and just until that part of this episode was that was a really good part because I got really excited, and I loved how they mixed it up with, okay, it's not just a little kid, it's also his mother and then some other girls and women and men and old people. That was really good because that's what the minks are. They are a fighting people, as we find out in this episode, and every single one of them are capable of fighting and standing their own, which is I think that's the thing that people had against the people of Dressrosa the most, that they were just basically useless. The people of Dressrosa, they were so annoying at points, and the minks, they can stand their own, they think for themselves, they fight for themselves, they're really cool. So yeah, they're just awesome to be around. So even if we're not really attached to anyone in this flashback, it's just really cool because we have all of these people, and the designs of the minks are really great as well, so that's enjoyable and that's something that will get people hooked, I feel like. Back to things that I wasn't all that into, I think this is the first time we've heard her speak. Maybe, I don't think so. I think she spoke the first episode that we met Sanji and when we first saw So. But Jim Romney, her voice, I hate it. I'm so sorry to the voice actor, but I really hate her voice because I thought it was gonna be really deep. And yeah, I feel we must have heard it before in I don't know what episode it was, but yeah, you know the episode. But it's just so annoying. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear you talk. Yeah. Also, I'm kind of disappointed in the voice actor for Jack. Again, I feel we've heard his voice actor before, but again, I don't know, it feels less intimidating than I wanted it to feel and yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just because I imagined a completely different voice, I'm slightly disappointed, but yeah, I mean, that's a personal taste. Also, in this episode, we were introduced to the gifters and the pleasures, which I thought was really cool because I remember in the manga I was not really confused, but I felt there was something lacking about them because in compared to the anime where we have the colors, we have the movements and everything, I thought they were really the designs were just really awesome in the anime, and in the manga it was just really again, not confusing, but just everything was packed in this one panel where we just saw everyone and there was just so many people, so it's kind of hard to determine what was what, I feel but I thought that was done really well with the designs and yeah, just how weird they look, because yeah, it's the pleasures, right, who look like super weird, and they just have like weird animal parts sticking out everywhere, and that's really cool. Again, I really love the scene with the Minx fighting the Kaido subordinates. So the episode does a good job of explaining like why the Minx don't really like the samurai, and like Wano Kuni, why Brook was like, okay, you shouldn't really mention these things because the Minx kind of have some bad history with these terms. And then of course Luffy is Luffy and says like, oh, it's really bad that the ninja that Kinemon was looking for wasn't really here. And then we get this reaction thing from like Nami, Brook, and Usopp. And usually I do really like these things, but it just went by so slowly that it kind of just like ruined the gag. Like, you got like Usopp, Nami, and Brook being like and then just the scene was just still focused on them for like 3 seconds after they'd been like, oh my god. And it felt like an eternity. Like, it was 3 reactions. I got really scared after the second one that they were gonna go with all of their shots, just like and then just like use 5 minutes on that, because that was, yeah, I was disappointed. But yeah, we basically end up the episode there with Wanda being like, what? Did you just say a ninja? I think it was a really good place to stop it, because I feel like we're soon gonna move into like the things with Dogstorm and all that, because yeah, as we saw in the preview, Dogstorm will be fighting in the next episode. Like, it's literally called King of the Day, Dogstorm arrives or something. So I feel like we'll be getting there, at least in the flashback to where we introduce him. I really love him, as I said in the last episode. I hope we get to see him in the present day too, because I think he has, not to spoil too much, but he has like a really good like aura around him. He's like really cool. He's a cool dog. Also, Law was in this episode, but I don't really care at this point because he just reunited with his crew. It was really cute when Beppo jumped him, but I don't really care. Law annoys me at the moment, so I'm glad that we're seeing less of him as of right now. But yeah, I think that's basically it for me. As a side note though, I'm really still experimenting with how I do these episode reviews, because unlike with the manga where I don't have a clue what will happen next, the episodes are so hard for me to review because I can't speculate on what will happen next, and I can't really say, oh, this is really cool because this might set up this and it might do this and this and this. And I find it really, really hard because I do try my best not to spoil anything. And while there are still a lot of things like I could talk about in the anime, it really depends on what you want to hear, because I could like just fangirl for 10 minutes about how much I like the music, but if no one's interested in that, I could really just do that in my own time, or just like write a Tumblr post or something and just say, wow, the music was so good! And yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, you can tell me in the comments below what you want to see from these episodes review, because I do have a bunch of things I want to talk about, or I could talk about, but I also don't want to keep this, I don't want to just like go through the entire episode and just like take it like scene by scene, because I could do that, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, tell me what you want from these reviews things. But yeah, apart from that, if you liked anything that I had to say in this episode, you can give the video a thumbs up and leave in the comments below, of course, what I just requested of you, but you can also leave what you thought of the episode. Did you like it? Didn't you like it? And if you're an anime only watcher, what do you think will happen next? And if you like me, you can subscribe to me. I also do reviews of the One Piece manga, Food Wars, Joking Summer, Haikyuu, Boku no Hero Academia. So if you're into any of those, you can subscribe. And until next time, bye!